Good evening. Is the frequency in use? I didn't know. I know it wasn't. It hasn't been in use in a while. I've been sitting here for a while. Anyway, this is at Simplex Radio Net Control. I'm in control here. Is there any emergency or priority traffic? I'm out of control. You're out of control. Okay, if there's any emergency traffic, please call 911 or your brother-in-law, one of the two. We can help any way we can over the radio. Just we're here to help if you need us. For information on this net, you can see us on YouTube right now. It's let's just go into YouTube search block and see and put your letters in: Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey. Just the letters, not the phonetics. K4PEW, and it will bring up what they call it Premiere, I believe. I never have done it on my frequency, so I mean my thingy, so I don't know what it looks like. But anyway, there, or you can see us on our website, 146.415, 146.415.net, or you can look us up on where else? Oh yeah, on groups.io. That's groups.io, India Oscar, and the whole address is after the India Oscar you put a /, then a small g, then a /, and then the letters MJSS, which stands for Michael Jackson's Super Sport. No, it stands for Mount Juliet Simplex Society. Let's see, anything else? Oh yes, that's the only way. Or you can email me at k4pew@arrl.net. We normally meet at 8 p.m. every Wednesday and Saturday night, which we've been prone to do for the last 6.5 years. And we conduct the net, unless you're off frequency, you'll know that we're on 146.415 FM. And of course on Simplex. First purpose of the net is to have fun, to just have a good time, really. Simplex is supposed to be fun. Ham radio as a hobby is supposed to be fun. We can be of service if necessary, but most of the time it's just fun. I mean, we don't sit around all day waiting for emergency calls. At least I don't. But also it's fun here on the net, I think, to track who we can hear, who we can't hear, or you write them down, figure out where they are, because we announce it, and just figure out how we can make our shack better. And dozens of us have done that very well. We've also bought a lot of antennas and feed line and hardware and accessories. But don't tell my wife that. All right, announcements. We have a new announcement today. There's a ham fest that is in out in East Tennessee. I don't know if anybody's going to want to make the trip out there, but it is in where is it here? Lakeway IRC and Sevier County ARS, Amateur Radio Club, and the Sevier County Amateur Radio Society. It's at 8 a.m. on the 22nd of May. It's a 3.5-hour trip. That's a week from Saturday, which means it conflicts heavily with our breakfast. So I'm pretty sure you'll want to spend the 15-20 minutes driving over to the breakfast instead of driving 3.5 hours over to East Tennessee to watch 6 guys with stuff in their trunk. At any rate, it is there in Kansas, and it's a free ham fest. It says all are welcome, amateur, GMRS, and those interested in amateur and GMRS radio. I don't know why they threw in the GMRS thing. Huh. Must be big out in East Tennessee. All righty. We also have the July 31st is the Wilson County Amateur Radio Club sponsors the Ham Quest, which is at the Wilson County Fairgrounds. And if you're listening to this net, you have to be there. It's mandatory, and if you're not, well, you have to stay on this net forever. But really, it's the 31st, and on the 21st of August is, of course, the Ham Fest, the big one, at least one of the bigger ones in the south. The other one is Orlando, and we don't want to drive to Orlando, so we can drive to Huntsville, and that's on the 21st and 22nd of August. Does anybody else have any other announcements or corrections? Is this on? All right. Of course, we start today from the east, and of course, we're going to take we're going to take people short on time first, and then we're going to take if we have any first-time check-ins, so they don't sit around waiting all day. And of course, tonight's the 10-meter net as well. But where was I? I was on check-ins. Yes, when we do check-ins, we want to give your call, your name, and your location, so everybody knows where the heck you are and who you are, so they can figure out for themselves, even though I repeat that information every time somebody checks in. Let's see. So let's start from people short on time. Please come first.
Kilo 4, Oscar, Foxtrot, Oscar.
All right, Donnie. You doing all right?
Doing good. I'm out in the lab now. I got several stops I got to make.
Well, glad you're checking in Mobile then, huh?
Yeah, I'm riding a little mobile tonight.
All right, sounds good. Hope you're doing well. That was Kilo 4, Oscar, Foxtrot, Oscar, short on time, running out Aaron's Mobile. Who else is running short on time?
Kilo November 4, Tango Juliet, Foxtrot, Rick in Ashland City.
I hope you're putting family first. Rick?
Absolutely.
Yeah, sounds good. You doing all right over there in Ashland City?
Yeah, I am. I'm trying to heal up. There's just a lot happening going on right now. So a lot of stuff at work. I come home and they got to deal with this stuff. So yeah, you got to take care of your family, man.
All right, sounds good. We'll catch you later. That was Rick in Ashland City. Very good signal tonight. Kilo November 4, Tango Juliet Foxtrot. Anybody else short on time?
Kilo Delta 4, Charlie Victor Echo Mobile.
All right. How you doing tonight?
Doing fine. Trying out a new radio here. Canadian Tone 18778 UV.
Is that the one that has 220 in it?
It is not.
I'm just curious. I mean, I bought a 220 radio 15 years ago, and I've only used it like twice. I mean, on the 220 band. It's a tri-band with 220. Never used, only used it twice.
Yeah, there's not much use for it.
Well, there are some repeaters here in the area, and if there were more 220 radios, I wouldn't mind doing a 220 net, but there's not much going on.
I actually have a tri-band HT on the way. It cost me under $30.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that one. Exactly. Well, very good, Greg. You're going to catch the 10-meter net when you get home?
I should be able to get back in there.
All right, very good. That's Greg in Antioch, Kilo Delta 4, Charlie Victor Echo. He's Mobile as well. Anybody else short on time? All righty. If we have any first-time check-ins, please come now. Don't be shy. All righty, we don't have any of those. All right, starting from the east, giving James plenty of time to find his get his fingers all lubed up for his push to talk button. Anybody from the east, please come in.
This gal 4, Mount Juliet.
Somebody tried to overcome you there, James, but they didn't work though. Hold on, Whiskey Alpha 4. Man, you have me so flustered. I forgot your call. Don't tell me. Oh, Zulu Hotel, India, right?
That's correct, sir.
Ah, very good. You doing all right with your family over there?
Well, we have a few little minor stuff, health and computer issues.
Oh, yeah, we wouldn't be a family if we didn't have problems.
My computers got mixed up. I was kind of get my passwords to work.
Oh, yeah, I got different passwords for different computers, and I have to keep notes.
How do you do it? I think I got my notes all scrambled up or something.
Oh, yeah, well, that's why you got to, I'd say you get organized, but the older I get, the less organized I seem to be.
Oh, that's the worst thing.
Very good, James. Good to have you in there. That's Whiskey Alpha 4 Zulu Hotel India, and he is here right here in the middle of Mount Juliet. Who else is east?
KB4 SFN.
Well, you're the guy trying to overcome James there?
I am, but not just succeeding.
No, you were at a strong signal. I mean, you covered him up mostly. I'm telling you, did fine. I don't think that was your intent.
It was not. I just want to say hello and KB4 SFN. Carry on.
Yeah, very good, Tom. That was Kilo Bravo 4 Sierra Foxtrot November. Tom's in Martha, Tennessee. Good signal there, Tom. Who else is east? Any more Easterners? All right, we'll go over to the north then.
Okay, KB9RKK.
There was two in there. Hold on one second. Who was that other one? I started Frank in there. Who was the other one? Maybe not. Frank, how you doing? Oh, man, I doubled with somebody. Who was it?
Thanks for doing the net. Yeah, looking outside. I can't. Pretty soon we'll be doing the net and there'll still be sun outside.
Oh, yeah, I know. I was just out there a few minutes ago. And oh, man, it's been such a beautiful day, too.
Well, I had to cut the grass today, but I couldn't ask for a better day. At least it wasn't hot.
Oh man, not only was it not hot, it was just as nice, almost like it was perfect spring weather, you know?
Well, I like that weather for working outside. But pretty soon, it'll be 100.
Yeah, no, I know it'll be uncomfortable, but we got to do it. We don't have a choice. I can't get my wife to mow the lawn.
I know my wife usually does it, but she's been working late. She likes doing it. She gets mad if our neighbor does it for us because she likes doing it herself. But speaking of outside, I think the one thing that I'm worried, not worried about it, but they spoil your fun is all the cicadas we're supposed to get.
Yeah, I heard there's going to be a bunch of those this year.
And thousands per acre, the 17-year ones. So we'll see.
Will they come and eat all my grass?
Well, see, that would be good. No, but supposedly they're louder than a lawnmower.
Oh, wow. I've heard them pretty loud. Now, cicadas, those are, I'm trying to remember what cicadas look like.
Kind of like a weird-looking locust.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I kind of know what they look like. Well, very good. That's Frank. Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Kilo Kilo. He's in northwest Mount Juliet. Great signal as always. Who else is north? Man, we're going to have a slim net tonight. Who's north?
WB0LO, Mark in Northwest Wilson. Good evening.
Man, you got a funny ringing sound in your microphone, Mark.
Yeah, is that better?
No, it's it sounds like you're whistling through your teeth while you're talking. I know it's not you though. It's got to be something in the mic.
I don't think I can whistle through my teeth. I'll figure it out. Carry on. Have a good evening.
Well, listen to that at 11 minutes after the hour on the YouTube to hear what you sounded like. I have not heard somebody have that kind of. It's a tinny sound. It doesn't sound like it sounds like somebody rattling in the microphone, like there's a plate in there,
Like you're feeding back a little bit because you're real close to me. I can hear it. Maybe not okay.
Okay, maybe it is some feedback. But anyway, check it out. That was Mark, Whiskey Bravo 0, November Oscar Oscar up in northwest Wilson County. Who else is north?
Whiskey 1 Alpha Mike India.
Hey, Adam, how are you?
Just living the dream every day, Paul. How about yourself?
Yeah, that's right. Well, remember, I think one of you told me that even nightmares are dreams.
That's correct, sir. I'm glad you remembered that. I wanted to tell you a little fun story about somebody at work coming in my office and telling me how ridiculous it was that everybody was rushing out and getting fuel, and it's just craziness. It's a madhouse out there. He said, so in response, what I had to do? I loaded up all my gas cans and ran over to the gas station and filled up my vehicles and my containers. And I just sat there blankly looking at him to see if he would click in his own head that he was contributing to the problem.
Yeah, it's actually that I thought that too. I presumed that everything was going to come back to normal fairly soon, and I don't do a lot of traveling anymore, so I don't worry about it too much. But it occurred to me when somebody from either the administration, I forget who said it, wherever I heard it, it said, "Please don't go out and rush out and buy up all the gas." I'm thinking, well, that's a warning that everybody's going to ignore.
Right, and the irony was this guy's picking on people who did it, and he then ends the story with he did exactly the same thing.
Well, when I told my wife, I said, listen, if you run out of gas in your car, you can drive my car, or I'll siphon it out of my car and put it in your car. And she says, whoa, wait a minute. If there's no gas, I'm not going to work. That's what I'm going to call in for. I can't get gas.
That was exactly my response. I'm not worried about it. I don't mind staying home for a few days.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty funny myself, that whole situation. But who would have thought that, that's 1.5, no, I forget what it was, but 2.5 million gallons of fuel a day get pumped through that pipeline.
Yeah, but a lot of the reports are saying the pipeline has nothing to do with our issue. It's just people freaking out.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. That is the issue because they do have storage tanks at the other end. I mean, that pipeline is not connected right to the gas stations,
Right. Thanks for doing the net, and I appreciate you. Hope everybody's safe. 73.
Yeah, very good. That's Adam in, is that Hendersonville? Do I remember that correct?
Yes, sir. You got it.
Wow, I remember two things tonight. All righty. Adam in Hendersonville, Whiskey 1, Alpha Mike India. Who else is north?
AK4GS.
AK4 Golf Sierra. Name and location. I'm gonna make you do it.
And Rob in Hendersonville.
Oh, very good, Robin. It's funny why I don't remember your name. That's odd. I know you've checked in before.
Yeah, Roger, this is my second night.
Yeah, no, very good. Very good. Now, it takes me a little while to sometimes catch up to who's calling in. I mean, we do have, I'm sure you heard me, might have heard me the last time we were on the air. We have like 167 people on the mailing list, and not all of them check in, thankfully, at the same time. But I can keep up pretty good with the ones who've been on the net a while. I mean, those are users I can click right along on those. But people who've only checked in I don't know, 100 times, no, less than a few times. I have a hard time remembering. Anyway, right, good to have you in there, Robin. What kind of antenna do you have over there? I don't remember if I asked you.
It's an aftermarket antenna. It's a tri-band 6 meter, 2 at 440.
Oh yeah, very good. How high up is it?
It's about 35, 40 feet.
Oh yeah, no, your signal's very good. I was just wondering. And you're located where?
Hendersonville.
Okay, no, very good. You must. You're not. Are you down by the river or farther north?
I'm on the island next to the river. Yeah.
Oh, you're right. So you're right down there, almost at. You're like at 500 feet above sea level, aren't you?
Yeah, roughly.
Yeah, I know. That's kind of a detriment, obviously, because I'm at 686 feet, which it's that's a lot of hill between me and you, but it puts me in an ideal location and easy to listen to you though out of Henderson.
Roger. Yeah, Neil's do good.
Oh yeah, no, I tell people I operate the ski lift here on Mount Juliet.
Gotta start charging.
Yeah. Anyway, that's Robin in Hendersonville, and it's Alpha Kilo 4 Golf Sierra. Good to have you in there again, Robin. Who else is north?
Recheck.
Go ahead, recheck.
WB0NOO again. Is my whistle gone?
Yeah, that noise is all gone. Was it something you found, or it just went away?
Yeah. If I forget to leave my programming cable plugged into the radio and the PC, it causes that noise. As soon as I figured it out, I remembered from last time it did it.
Oh, so it's like a feedback or a ground loop there?
Yeah, it must be. I'm not sure what it is. I unplug it and it goes away.
That is interesting. Why would do? I know what mine did it. It actually starts. It's my computer sees that input or output to the radio as a sound output, and then it makes the decision for me, and then I get no sound.
Well, I was wondering if maybe it was combining audio from a couple of sources. So I don't know. I'll look into it later. But anyway, appreciate the check.
Yeah, very good. All right, Mark, we got that solved. I'll send you a bill. You don't have to pay it though. All right, anybody else north? Over to the west. Please come now.
KM4 YRF Mike and Belshire.
Hey, Michael, what's up with you?
Just working and trying to catch up.
Yeah, try mustard. It's better.
I love mustard.
Did you see that little thing that said if tomato is a fruit, is ketchup a smoothie?
I did not see that.
Anyway, and your daughter's still doing well?
Yeah, she's making some improvements. She's able to walk a pretty good little bit now, and has an ortho appointment tomorrow for her arm. But other than that, okay.
Yeah, I cringe at that kind of stuff because I know how difficult that can be. That getting back to square one.
Yeah, it's been a battle for her, and she has been a little pressed, but I think she's kind of working out of that.
Yeah, I think I understand. The one thing you have to do in those kind of situations is you really have to be an optimist, and you have to realize that these kinds of things take weeks and months, not days and hours to fix.
Yeah, and Emily is not the most patient person in the world, so it kind of gets under her last nerve.
Well, maybe she'll learn some patience in the outcome too.
Well, that will be good if she does.
All right, very good. That's Michael. We were talking about Emily, his daughter, who was in a serious accident a few weeks ago and is recovering slowly but nicely. I'll just say it nicely. I don't know if it's nicely or not, but it's nice that there's recovery still going on. That's Kilo Mike 4 Yankee Romeo Foxtrot. He's in Belshire. Who else is West?
Whiskey Victor 9 Yankee.
Whiskey Victor 9 Yankee. There was somebody else doubling in there, but Whiskey, I can always say that wrong. Whiskey Victor 9 Yankee. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. This is the first check-in from inside my house with the antenna 5 feet from my head behind me.
Well, I hope you're not running like legal limit or anything.
No, it's 50 watts.
Yeah. It's Lewis, right?
No, it's Jim. It's Jim, and I have a feeling my truck antenna is much better because I get a lot of static tonight, but I can hear people.
Well, you're doing about 30 over if I looked at the thing right. I mean, you have a good signal.
I should maybe move the antenna farther away. I really am inspired to put it on the roof.
Well, that's where it belongs, but I don't know. Do you have difficulty doing that due to some restriction?
Only my courage.
Well, it's mine was just the wife. Number one, she didn't want it there, and she wasn't going to do it for me.
Yeah, that's right. My wife wants me to put it up there, and she wants to video me falling off.
Well, that's not too reassuring. I like it when my wife. I've had three wives, but I had two of them when I was doing, and I did electrical work for a living for a long time. And I was putting in, just doing electrical stuff. I was either putting in a ceiling fan in one case, and I was in another with one wife, and I was doing something here at the house with this wife, and I've been married here almost 10 years. So it's not like I just switch wives periodically. But I get this. Are you sure you know what you're doing? I think to myself, you're kidding me, right?
I absolutely get the same. I remember the same thing. I'm an electrical engineer, and we just got married. And I was putting up a ceiling fan, and she asked me, "Shouldn't we go hire somebody that knows what they're doing?"
I know. You see, that's justifiable that you go over and well, I don't want to suggest you hit her or anything, but that you berate her. That is pretty. It's the next time she says, "What would you like for dinner?" I say, "I don't know if I trust you to make dinner."
I know better than that.
I know. Anyway, Jim. Now, is it difficult your roof? You have like a 2-story house or something?
Oh no, it's not. It's just I don't want to get up on the roof. I just don't want to do it.
No, I get it. I feel the same way at this point in my life. I'm not as agile as I used to be. I'm not sure I was ever super agile, but at 70, almost I'll be 72 next month, so I'm not in any big rush to get on the roofs a lot. And I've been up there enough. In this house, I've been up on the roof a lot, but I just don't. It's not as I just don't have the same sureness of footwear. I mean, having footing there.
If I plan it out, I have a son-in-law that'll do it for me.
Oh, that'd be great. I was going to say, if you can find something, we've got lots of people who probably come over and give you a hand. Just you got to let them know, get everything in order.
Well, I would like help with an HF antenna.
Well, there's people who will help. You just say the word and what kind you want to put up. Or, you can put it out to the group on the website.
I will do that.
Really, I mean, it's we have got tons of people with experience. In fact, there's several up there right there in Hendersonville that I know would be happy to help you.
That would be actually awesome. I usually use dipoles, which is usually easy, and I just need help.
Oh yeah, no, I get it. We all need help sometimes, depending upon the situation we have. Yeah, it's unfortunately sometimes it requires more equipment than I have, like big ladders or something like that. But anyway, well, very good, James. And you're in Hermitage, right?
That's true. I am in Hermitage, right here at National Shores.
Oh yeah, that's like on the west side of Percy Priest, right?
Yeah, right at the top. Right at the top there, Bell Road.
Oh yeah, very good. Well, very good. Now put that out there if you've got something going on there, and we'll see if we can't put something together for you.
I'll do that. We'll talk about it at breakfast.
Oh, that'd be great. We look forward to seeing you. All right, that was Jim, Whiskey Victor 9 Yankee in the Hermitage. Who else is Wes?
KG4SFF. Delta Queen.
Hold on, I heard Ron in there, but I also heard Charles in there. Charles, you still got your crooked antenna up there?
Yeah, I haven't got to it yet. I've been busy at my day job and mowing lawns after. I got the email about a tailgate party this Saturday in Clarksville.
Yeah, I did hear about that. I forgot to mention that one about Clarksville. That starts first thing in the morning, right?
I'll have to look again. I have been there before.
Yeah, well, you're close to it. I'm not.
Yeah, I didn't hear you mention it. So KG4SF, I really don't have much. Thank you.
All right, sounds good, Charles. Yeah, Charles, a nice reminder there. There's a tailgate party in Clarksville this coming Saturday, and I don't have the information, but I know you can look it up on the web under Clarksville Amateur Radio Club. And that's Saturday. I believe it starts at 7:30 or 8 o'clock. I did see that and forgot about it. Anyway, I think I heard Ron in there. Hi, Ron. How you doing?
Oh, fine, Paul. Just got here to help you bring your numbers up tonight and let you know that I'm talking with a bank-mounted mobile antenna sitting on the aluminum serving tray.
Where? Sitting in your backyard?
Yeah, I'm sitting in the backyard with a Kenwood D74 handheld.
Oh, wow. So you're doing just 5 watts again?
Yeah, I didn't get downstairs and crank up the big antenna tonight. My shack is the best. Crank it out. If anybody wants to help fix it, just let me know.
Yeah, very good. You know, you're using a mag mount on an aluminum tray. It sounds like it shouldn't be there.
Well, you know, the aluminum tray gives you the metal ground plate. That's all it's doing.
No, I know. It just sounded funny that there was aluminum. You know, it was a mag mount on an aluminum piece of aluminum. You know?
If you can see it, it looks even funnier than that. It's one of those trays like you see in a cafeteria. It's about 2 feet long and 1 foot wide, and about 3 inches deep.
Oh, wow. Wow. Yep, that sounds good, though. It's working for you. You got 5 watts out of Brentwood, right?
Actually, technically, it's Nashville. Brentwood's the whole 100 feet or so away from there.
Okay, it's actually South Nashville or Southwest Nashville or Northeast Brentwood, right?
Yeah, you can call it that.
Very good. That was Ron. Kilo X-ray 4 Delta Quebec in Brentwood on 5 watts from whatever you want to call it on the Brentwood Nashville border. Who else is West?
K4 GSA, Clarksville.
Hey, Michael, how are you?
Doing well. It's been a little bit since I checked in. I've been just busy running around on Wednesday and Saturday evenings for whatever reason. But yeah, glad to be here.
Yeah, your signal's good. You're going to your that tailgate or ham fest you guys got going on Saturday?
Yeah, actually, I just our guys do a little 7 o'clock net on Wednesdays, so they just talked about it. It's at 250 Old Farmers Road. I think it's at 9 a.m. So I'm going to see if I can get over there.
250 Farmers what road?
Old Farmers Road.
250 Old Farmers Road, Clarksville. That's where the Hamfest is on Saturday, everybody. So if you're going, that's the place. Is that usually a fairly big event? I mean, number of people who with stuff bringing stuff in?
I don't know. I've not been there before, but I talked to the guys. There should be a number of guys selling some stuff, and there's a couple giveaways and stuff like that. So I think it's fairly successful. But in these days, who knows?
Yeah, I know. Well, it is interesting. I'm glad that everybody's opening up their ham fests again and tailgates because it gets a little old not having anything for the last year.
Yeah, roger that. It sounds like anyway. I mean, I keep getting emails on different things, and stuff seems to be opening up. So yeah, it's good. At least I can do that instead of filling trash cans up
Yeah, that's right. I saw a warning today. I thought I saw this earlier. I don't know if you saw it. It said, "Do not put gasoline in plastic bags."
Yeah, there was some knuckleheads that were filling up trash bags with gasoline because they ran out of gas cans. And I thought, there's a Darwinism thing going on there, right?
If you have to be told that, you won't listen anyway.
Yeah, yeah. I thought it was funny. And then I saw that video of those guys beating each other up for a tank of gas. So anyway, it's a crazy time.
Yeah, it is. That just sounds so ridiculous because usually it would burn right through it.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll let you go. But anyway, I did hear Michael Belshire tonight, and I heard Charles. So a little bit of static out there, but I'm hearing some folks. So anyway, K4 today. Thanks, Paul.
Yeah, you're doing fine there with an S3, Michael. You have a good one. That's Kilo 4 Golf Sierra Alpha. He's in Clarksville. Who else is west?
Paul, you already done south.
Not yet.
Okay, well, check me in because I got to check out KR4AZ, Tim in Murfreesboro. Appreciate it, buddy.
All right. That was Tim with a quick check in and check out. Check out Kilo 4 Romeo 4 Alpha Zulu, Tim in Murfreesboro. Anybody else west? Anybody south?
Kilo 6 Kilo out Woodbury. If I'd have just waited, I'd see you, Paul, KR4AZ.
Are you finished?
Yeah.
All right, MJ. Good to have you in there. That was Kilo 6 Kilo Alpha in Woodbury. Good signal.
Thanks, sir. You've got an excellent signal here tonight.
Well, that's because you got an excellent receive antenna down there.
Yeah, it's getting better and better. Getting more and more distance out of it.
Awesome. Yeah, it's nice to have a good antenna up in the air. It really is.
Radio's not any better than the antenna you're on.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I don't know if I did that couple of years ago. I put less than a half a watt into this antenna, and people still could hear me at 15, 20 miles.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. I'll let you go. I've got a little tummy ache tonight. I just want to check in. Tell everybody hello with that.
Very good. That was MJ, Kilo 6 Kilo Alpha in Woodbury. Anybody else south or west or south?
Delta 4 Zulu Golf Yankee.
I think I heard a double in there, but I did hear Eddie in there. How you doing?
Oh, doing great. Just throw the hat in the ring here. Everybody is coming and going from what I can hear down here today, but I hope everyone is doing well. Turning back to you, Paul. Thank you for letting me in. KD4ZGY.
Very good. That was Eddie in Shake Rag down there near Shelbyville. That's Kilo Delta 4 Zulu Golf Yankee. Was there somebody else in there? Anybody else south then? Please come now.
Whiskey Victor 4 Delta, Ken, Smyrna, Tennessee.
All right, I think we had a double in there, but Ken, I got you in there first, so we'll listen to that one. Everything going well? I haven't seen you. Talk to you all day.
Yep, wife's doing better and went back to work, so we got her on the mend.
Yeah, well, you keep her. What is she doing? Auto mechanics now?
I wish.
Yeah, she's working out of the book over at the dealership, huh?
Yeah, she is I don't know what you call her. She does bookkeeping, all kinds of stuff, and works for a couple companies, a couple days a week.
Oh, that's great. That's great. I knew she did some of that stuff. Yeah, people who are versatile in office work are very valuable.
She's had 2 or 3 more offers to leave this company, come to where she is, and she goes, no, I don't think I'm going to do that.
Well, it's nice to be wanted.
I agree. Thank you for warning us on the net for what you do. K4PEWWV4D.
Yeah, very good. That's Ken, Whiskey Victor 4 Delta in Smyrna. Who else is south?
Kilo W0G7R, Mark in Nashville and Raidable.
Hey, hold on, Mark. Doubled with a long path operator for here. Kilo India 4 November Delta November David.
Hello, Mr. Paul. I'm still waiting on you to come down here and help me cut my yard last week. I don't know what, if I need to wait or what.
Well, if you've let it go this long, we won't be able to do it. We'll have to get one of those bush hogs.
I heard that. We'll just let them cicadas take care of it. What you think?
Well, if they'll eat it, I'd be happy, but I don't know, what do they mostly attack? Crops, don't they?
You know, they'll attack a man that's got a skill saw in his hand, that's for sure.
Oh, is that right? Does that mean we need to all go and get out those what do they call those beekeepers hats on?
Yeah, I don't guess they bite you or anything. I don't know, but they'll sure swarm you. That's for sure. Carry on, Mr. Paul. Appreciate all you do. Good evening, everybody on the net. KI4ND, and back to you, sir.
I haven't heard any movies. You know, you got the birds movie, and we got other movies that are scary. Why don't they have one that's the cicadas?
Well, they probably will now that you mentioned it.
Yeah, very good. Well, I've eaten a few bugs in my day, just by the nature of working outside. But well, very good. That was David in Reedyville, Kilo India 4 November Delta November. We got Mark in Nashville. How you doing, Mark?
I'm doing just dandy. Glad to be here. By the way, I too have a 220 HT that I've used maybe once.
Oh yeah, that 220 side's gonna rot before I use it.
Yeah, it's got a 2 meter size also, but I have chunked the local repeater here.
Oh wow. See, one of those is a private repeater, so you probably broke their rules.
Yep. I'm sure I did.
Well, I just wish there was more activity, I guess, on 220. I mean, that 220 is better than 70 centimeters, you know, in terms of propagation.
Yeah, it is. And there's not much on either side of it either.
No, it's a good band. It's just, they tell me some areas of the country are thick with 220 repeaters and 220 activity, but I've never lived in one of the 3 locations I've lived in is same as here, you know, no activity or very little.
Yeah, well, maybe you ought to put one up.
I'm not gonna. You're asking me to put up a repeater, Mr. Simplexton?
All right. I retract the suggestion.
No, again, I'm not anti-repeater. I say defund the repeaters. How's that?
Well, I can agree to that. I'll vote for it.
All right, very good. That was Mark in South Nashville, I guess I'll call it. Whiskey Zero Golf Zulu Romeo. Anybody else south?
Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor.
Hey, how you doing, Larry?
I'm doing good, man. I'm gonna let you get on with it. KE4SYV.
Yeah, very good. That's Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor. Larry in Rockvale. Who else south?
KL4DQH.
Hold on, DQH. You hold your britches up there for a minute. I heard the famous or infamous Tony in Smyrna.
450 mobile. I'm about to enter Touring City, so
All right, sounds good. I guess you'll have to do your recommendation on, who our sponsor is tonight.
Oh, it's the Tri-Use Trailer Hitch Ball Wax Company.
Okay, and you can get that by the singles or by the case?
And it also comes in peppermint flavor.
Awesome. Very good. I don't know how people can hear that since he's mobile, but he's marketing the Triune Trailer Hitch. Is it Wax Company?
Trailer Hitch Ball Wax Company.
Oh, that's right. The Trailer Hitch Ball Wax Company. Comes in peppermint flavor now. All right. Thanks for that, Tony. That's Kilo Foxtrot 4, Kilo Foxtrot, Quebec. He was our sponsor tonight. Delta Queen Hotel. What's up?
Hey, Paul. How are you doing today? This is KL4DQH.
I'm doing pretty good. I haven't eaten dinner yet, so that's a little disturbing to my stomach.
Well, I imagine after tonight or after this, you probably get something to eat.
Oh yeah, well I gotta cook my own dinner. So
I got you. Yeah, no. Lucky I came home from work and the wife already had dinner ready for us.
well, my wife went to work at 5:30, so I'm stuck with dinner every night, making my own dinner, which isn't bad. I'm pretty workable in that area, I'll cook anything.
There you go. That's good.
Yeah, as I was just telling my wife recently, she had never met my dad, but my dad, he had trouble figuring out how to turn a stove on. I know he didn't know how to use a washing machine. He never ironed a thing in his entire life. So he's, I'm not. He did find his way into the refrigerator, though. I know that.
That's funny. Oh, have you done something to your antenna or radio? You're a little less strength on the meter today.
No, I would say it's probably just conditions that changed somewhat. Because I haven't changed a darn thing. Feed line's the same, antenna's the same. If I got, maybe I go out and look and see if it's still there.
Okay, just wondering because you bought an S4, S5. I know the last week I got on here, you were hitting a 9, 10.
Wow, that's quite a difference. I'm guessing though it's conditions because I saw that the other twice this week. Was it twice? No, Tuesday. Today's only Wednesday. Tuesday, and then the previous Thursday, I can normally have a really decent signal into Kentucky up to north of on Simplex. He couldn't even hear me yesterday. Couldn't even. I mean, nothing. So obviously conditions are affecting. They can't affect anything on 2 meters.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's what I was thinking. It was probably the atmosphere, but I figured I'd let you know.
All right. Well, very good, Drew. I'm glad you mentioned it though, because it isn't. That's why I mentioned it to other people about signal strengths or noises or weird things on their signal, because it's nice to know these things.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, very good. That was Drew. Drew is in Murfreesboro, Kilo Oscar 4 Delta Quebec Hotel. It is the hotel on the end of there, right? Yeah, it's a hotel. I couldn't even read my writing. It looks like a star symbol.
That's funny. Yeah, it's a hotel.
Yeah, very good. Good to have you in there, Drew. Who else is south? Do we have any late check-ins? Well, the last couple of nights you were early, short time check-in, so I guess you're not watching a movie tonight, Eddie?
Well, I'm actually building a soldering iron fume extractor. So I've been kind of distracted a little bit.
Man, just get you a box fan and set up on the bench.
Yeah, that's kind of what this is. It's going to have a carbon filter in it, too.
Oh, boy, you're just going crazy on that, aren't you?
Yeah, I always go overboard. So thanks for doing that, and hope everybody's doing okay.
Yeah, very good. That's Eddie, Whiskey 4 Echo Bravo X-Ray. He's in Gladeville, working on the bench. Anybody else south or anywhere? Oh, I did hear Steve, and hold on one second, Steve. I did hear you in Kentucky. I heard what was the other Kilo Oscar 4 station again, please? They're very low.
Kilo Oscar 4, Kilo Juliet X-ray, portable in Galaxy.
What was the? Yeah, Jamie. What is the? I'm sorry, I'm just less lexic sometimes. After the 4 is 3 letters. The last 2 are Juliet X-ray. What's the one before that? Ah, very good. I take it you're on a handheld or are you on mobile?
Correct. I'm actually handheld.
Oh, wow. It's a handheld in Gallatin?
Correct.
Wow. I know I can hear you, but it's a little picket fencing a little bit, but I don't think there's too many are going to be able to. Is anybody else hearing Jamie in Gallatin?
I can hear him over here, Paul.
I suspected you would.
I hear him just fine, Paul.
Oh, awesome, Kevin. That's good. So I figured most of the people in the east or the northeast would be able to hear him. I just know that he's a little picket fencing to me here in Mount Juliet. Well, very good, Jamie. Good to have you in there. That's Kilo Oscar 4 Kilo Juliet X-ray. It's good to see people give it the old college try with the least amount of antenna and the power. Very good. Again, that's Kilo Oscar 4 Kilo Juliet X-ray Mobile. That's Jamie and Gallatin. Steve, I did hear you in there. How you doing?
Oh, hey there. Busy. Interstate 40 bridge over there now. They found a full split
Is that the main bridge over the Mississippi there?
Yeah, correct. Yeah, so I had to take 55 and loop around, but that's going to be a nightmare.
I'm told that's a very, very busy intersection there across that river.
Yeah, you could say that. Like I said, I had to reroute on 55. I went back on McAllen. I left McAllen for the way. Morning or yesterday morning. I don't even know what date it is anymore. Hey, I got a question on the bar graphs, like on all these radios. How do we interpret 1 out of 10, or how does that go? Somebody told me that if you see 3 segments, that would be like an S5 or something. Have you ever heard anything?
Well, I know that like on the old 897 I had, I say I still have it, the 857 and 897, they actually, somebody had done an analysis and compared what those bars were. And they said, if it's 3 bars, it's like you said, like a 5, and 5 bars is a 7. You know what I'm saying? They actually had it graduated for that. I don't know on which radio are you using?
On that FT100.
I don't know. You might find if you did a search on the web for the FT100, if it actually, somebody's actually kind of figured that out. Because most people will just say, I got 3 bars on you, because we don't know what it means.
Yeah, no kidding. All right, Paul. Yeah, we're trying to get arrested, catch up on stuff, and it's ongoing nightmare. All right, yeah, you're about a 3.5 to 4 out of 10. Get you soon. Yeah, I'll be home for a week. I've got a recall on that van. I got to go down to the rest of the see. Up for a couple of days.
Yeah, very good, Steve. You sound like you're doing well, even though it's working hard, but you sound like you're doing good. That's Steve, and he's in Scottsville, Kentucky, Kilo Charlie 9 India Mike. I heard Kevin in there. You still there, Kevin?
Oh yeah, I'm in here. I was going to tell Steve that they got that the bridge shut down as well up underneath the bridge. No boat traffic's allowed to go up underneath there neither. I guess they're afraid that thing's going to come down on them. But yeah, I'm here, Paul. There's nothing going on here. Same old stuff, different day.
Yeah, just a while and away the day, huh?
Oh yeah, yeah. Let me ask you something. You got the COVID shot, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay. You got a refrigerator magnet?
Do I have a refrigerator magnet?
Yeah, I want to see if it sticks to you. See if you put it on your arm and where you got the shot, and tell me if it sticks to you.
I'll give it a try.
That's I've been watching videos where I've seen a couple of them now where they had said they got both the shots or got shots, and they put a magnet right over where they got the shot, and it stuck to them.
Well, listen, then what I need to do then is keep my left shoulder away from RF, man. It might give me a burn inside my body.
Yeah, you might want to watch that out. Watch it. Yeah, that.
Yeah, very good, Kevin. You sound good tonight. That's Kilo Golf 4 Mike India Zulu. And his name is Kevin. Most of you probably know Kevin. Who else is, anybody else, any place, anywhere?
Kilo Charlie 9 Echo Tango Sierra Paul Northbound Juliet Kilo Echo.
I got Paul, and there was a double in there, but Paul won big time. Kilo Charlie 9 Echo Tango Sierra. Everything going well for you?
Yeah, all good. Tuned in a little late, but glad I was able to jump in and say hi.
Oh yeah, no, it's always good to have you. Yeah, you're an easy signal for me being in Mount Juliet, but you sound good.
What if I do that?
That doesn't change it a bit for my ears. I wasn't looking at the screen.
Oh, okay. That's just an egg beater antenna. Wondering if that was any different.
Switch it back. You were just like 20 over with that one.
This is the egg beater. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's the Diamond 510. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, it went from just a little over 20 over to a full scale 60 over.
Copy that.
But again, it goes to show you, though, that it doesn't take much. Just like when I was talking to a fellow named Joe up in, he's got a good elevation up there in Joelton. And he says, well, I'm only using 5 watts. So I said, okay, I'll turn mine down to 5 watts. And 5 watts to Joelton, back and forth on Simplex worked out great. But he has great elevation. I've got just semi-great elevation.
Yeah, no, that helps. I'm not necessarily low, I figured out. There's just a bunch of hills around me, especially kind of to the west and the south. But up to the Cumberland Plateau seems to work okay. But it's just got to get a tower someday, maybe.
Oh yeah, no, it's just funny how. Well, I was talking to somebody in Hendersonville, and he said that he couldn't hear that fella in Jolton. That was what we were talking about. And so he did he showed the path with the problems with the issues between him and the other fellow, and it was ridiculous, all the obstructions. I said, all you need is a 300-foot antenna, and you can probably make it. He said, yeah, maybe a 250 would do it, you know.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, and then, the VHF works pretty darn good where I'm at. The UHF is dodgy at best down here.
Yeah, no, I get it. It's no, but you again, 2 meters is really a dream frequency for local communications.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, very good. That's Paul here in Mount Juliet. Kilo Charlie 9 Echo Tango Sierra. Anybody else? Did I hear somebody else in it?
Yeah, there might be somebody here. KO40K.
Hey, we having trouble getting in where you're on? I'm sorry, Roy. I said Ron.
No, not really, Paul. I mean, I guess this is my third check-in for the night, though.
Third time. How so? You got 2 other nets?
No, I just mean every time I keep trying to check in, I think you heard me and then I lost you.
Oh, okay. Somebody probably stepped all over you, I'm sure. You're using your mobile base unit?
Yeah, I am. And on YouTube, I went ahead and told them that I was just going to go ahead and be the latecomer because I couldn't get in otherwise.
No, you did fine. It doesn't matter. We don't have any real rules about that. There's people who check in. They don't even know where they are. They check in anyway.
Oh, I got you, Paul. But I just want to give you something to talk about, too. Yeah, it's been interesting lately. I can tell you, I am working on repeaters and learning about them. So, moving forward.
Oh yeah, it's always something, especially when you get brand new to it, everything is kind of interesting and exciting and confusing at the same time.
Yeah, well, good Ned, good talking to you. I'll let you get on with it. KO40K in Madison, out.
Yeah, you said something I got to correct you on. You said you wanted to give me something to talk about. You've got to know me well enough by now. I don't even need something to talk about. All right, that's Roy. He's in Madison. Kilo Oscar 4 Oscar Kilo Echo. That's it. Not 3 echoes, just Oscar Kilo Echo. Anybody else late check in or anywhere?
Kilo Oscar 4 Oscar Tango Yankee. It's Lewis.
Hey, Lewis, how are you?
I'm doing all right. Don't really have much. I completely forgot about the net. I was out busy, and I just tuned in. I was like, oh, all right, maybe I can get the flat earthers.
No, we haven't hit that point yet. Hey, I don't know. Do you know any flat earthers?
I do. I have a friend of mine that is, well, he won't claim flat earth. He just says he's not married to the ball.
That's funny. Well, I don't know if I'm one of the few people or the only person that has traveled around the world on the ocean when I was in the Navy. And if it ain't round, I have no how. I guess we just went in a circle.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling him. I'm like, the compass and in aviation, I don't know, but they have a weird excuse for everything.
Your signal was dropping out there. I'm not sure if it's your push to talk button or what's going on there.
No, I was saying, even in aviation and stuff, I tried to explain to him, why it's not flat, but they have excuses for everything.
Yeah, it's odd though because the one excuse would seem to be odd. That I don't know how they excuse the fact that as you go farther away, things get shorter and they disappear as you go over that horizon that we know of as the horizon.
Oh yeah, and then you start asking them about Antarctica and all this and that, you get some crazy stories.
Well, listen, if it makes them happy and they're not violent, they're not breaking any laws, you can believe anything they want. That's what I tell people. They say, I don't believe that. So well, you can believe anything you want to. I'm not offended. No matter what it is, religion, politics, I don't care. You can have any opinion you want. It's your life.
Yeah, I agree.
It's all, yeah, as long as you're not you get too crazy. Yeah, I believe in some conspiracy theories myself. The problem is a lot of people believe in they believe in all of them.
Well, yeah, but that's their privilege. I mean, it's besides, it's fun.
Oh, it is. It is. You definitely get the stories.
Well, no, you do. And the one that always cracks me up, and it came up again recent because of the gas thing, the gasoline thing. And so I've heard somebody call it market manipulation to get the prices up. And you go, listen, seriously, it's always a commodity. If it was market manipulation, why wouldn't they leave the price high?
That's right. Now, I will even go on the conspiracy tinfoil hat for a moment though, and I read the story, but some hacker group called Dark Side or something. It sounds like a Hollywood skit. I'm not buying it.
Listen, my go-to. It's probably Eastern European, probably Russian hackers, man. That's it.
Yes.
I don't know. It doesn't really matter. We just know that there's gasoline shortages because people like to. Well, they like to. If you said there was a bread shortage because the bread fuel line, the bread line, the pipeline of bread it would clear the shelves on bread.
That's exactly right. I think most of the shortage is coming from the panic buying. I don't think it really has any. I think if no one had said a word, I don't think anyone would even notice.
Well, I just did the math, and the amount, if it's all gasoline, the number they gave you, 2.5 million barrels, that's about, I did some stupid, the dummy math statistics. That's about 5 million cars a day filling up their gas tanks every day. 5 cars or trucks at 20 gallons a tank. So that's it. I wanted to tell you though, when I was in the Navy, we had this thing happen. It would happen on different things, but in this case, somebody started a rumor at least once. They said, "Hey, there's no more." We didn't call it this, but toilet paper. No more toilet paper in the head. They're running out of toilet paper. So what's everybody do? They started stealing toilet paper. But now all of a sudden they had to have a whole roll to themselves and stick it in their locker. So then you'd go up to the head. There's no toilet paper there. So you're walking around asking people, say, "Hey, can I bum some toilet paper off you?" And people would actually have some in their wallet. They'd have folded up toilet paper in their wallet.
That's amazing and not surprising whatsoever. I've been down to the gas pump. I saw people filling up cans and everything else. It won't be long before we're out, and yeah, they cause the shortage.
Yeah, it's just funny. I find it humorous because human nature is just that. If somebody says there's a shortage, they want lots of it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, same thing happened last year with toilet paper. You're watching the videos and the media grabs it, and they show these people rushing down aisles grabbing toilet paper, so everybody at home watching it has to go run out to grab their toilet paper.
Yeah, it's really kind of funny. It's funny and it's not funny, but that's human nature. It really is. I don't know if you heard the stories from Cuba where there was always shortages of food during certain times, certain years. There was terrible shortages of everything, and so people would. And the typical story was they'd see a lineup at the store, at the government store. They would sell whatever, all the stuff they need, whether it be oil or food or meat or milk or bread or whatever, or shoes for that matter, sneakers, shirts. And they said, people would they see this big lineup at the store, and they walk up to somebody in line and say, "Hey, what came in? What came into town, man?" And they'd say, "I don't know, man. I just want it."
Oh, that is a very interesting part of human nature. Everyone wants what they think there's a shortage. That's what keeps all these furniture stores in business.
That's true. Yeah, very good. That's Lewis, Kilo Oscar 4, Oscar Tango Yankee. He's here in Mount Juliet. Who else is over? Excuse me, it's not Mount Juliet. It's actually Belinda Parkway. I don't know why they call that. What do you guys call yourself? East Providence?
No, I call myself Mount Juliet. I think back in the day you say Belinda City or something, but I say Mount Juliet.
Yeah, that's right. When I got here, for some reason they were calling it Belinda City, but I don't never hear anybody say that anymore.
Yeah, that's been a long time ago. I think after they built Providence, everybody used to call it Belinda Parkway.
Yeah, very good. That was Lewis, Kilo Oscar 4, Oscar Tango Yankee in Mount Juliet. Who else? Anybody else late chicken?
You be full of wild, hey, Paul.
Hey, how are you doing tonight?
Oh, doing pretty good. Been about 40. Just came better. Forgot the day was going on. Y'all had a good day.
Yeah, see, I'm one of those people. I have forgotten the net a couple of times. My wife had to tell me, "Aren't you supposed to be on the net?"
Yeah.
Yeah, it was funny. I was like 5. One time I was like 15 minutes late getting to my own net.
Yeah, yeah. As long as you're not 15 minutes late for your funeral.
But then I wouldn't care.
Yeah.
Well, very good. Anything exciting going on there, Clyde?
Oh, yeah, pretty good, dude. Pretty good. I was up on 40 for a while, and I heard this story about a young boy, 9 years old, just got his tech license. That's pretty good.
Oh, no, that's awesome. It really is awesome when young people get interested in this hobby because there's not that many. I mean, there's some, but there's just not very many.
Yeah, I think there's been I think you realize over the past few years that how amateur radio was dwindling, so a lot of areas now are getting young people more involved, which is a good way to go.
Oh, absolutely. I was actually the first ham fest I went to, and I've only been in ham radio about 16 years. First ham radio, big, I say big, it was a big local ham fest in Tampa. It was an old club, and it was a big, there were a few hundred people that showed up, 400 or 500 people. And I was really excited. The first ham fest I was going to, and I get there, and all the people were my age or older. I was 50 something at the time, and I thought, aren't there any young people in this thing?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, my uncle, W4EX, called back, blind hammer radio operator, would got me involved. So he helped me along the way.
Yeah, no, it's always good. But yeah, you're right. Young people, though, get tied up, though, in the current technology, which is cell phones and, computers. And so there just really doesn't seem to be any interest, really, even though, what we've got going is all going out on radio frequencies. If it's going to satellites, it's going on radio frequencies. If it's going out on cell phones, it's radio frequencies. I just don't think they realize it.
Oh, yeah. It's still lures, not what it used to be, the excitement, I guess. But anyway, that's the way it goes. But I was going to say something else. I forgot what it was. I'm kind of tired tonight. So when I get tired, I start bumbling.
Yeah, I get it. When I get tired, I forgot what I was going to say, like I just did. Anyway, that's Clyde. He's here in Mount Juliet. Whiskey Bravo 4 Yankee Lima Victor. Anybody else late checking? I got all night. Wife's at work. I can just sit here and stare at the radio. Very good. No lurkers, lollygaggers, sandbaggers, SDR donglers, lurkers. I already mentioned lurkers. Preppers. Who else did we have? Who am I missing? Oh yeah, the flat earthers, of course. Preppers, end time survivalists. What else we got?
Oh, I already tried all that. Ended up a bunch more coming in, so I couldn't be the last one.
That's right. We got the procrastinators too, but they have to check in tomorrow. Or whenever they feel like it later. It has to be after midnight. All righty, we got nothing else. We're going to move over to the 10-meter net unless we have any objections. There was 32 check-ins. Seems to be a running average in the mid-30s every week recently. As the weather gets better, I suspect I don't even want to be here. It was nice as it was today, man. It was beautiful. Anybody else checking in before I move on to 10 meters? Very good. I'm going to move over to 10 meters. Give me a moment. This is K4PEW. Appreciate all the 2-meter people being here and hope you can be on 10 meters with me. K4PEW signing out of this part of the net.
What's that frequency on 10?
28.415 upper side.
All right, see you later. Go before Wyoming.
All right, this is Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey with the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net on 10 meters. Who was there from the east? Please come down.
JT4MIC.
Hey, got you in there solid. Which antenna are you using over there now for the 10 meters?
It's the long wire.
Oh, you are. It sounds good for the long wire.
Well, I appreciate it. That's what it is. I haven't built anything for vertical for 10 yet, but I'm going to.
Well, obviously, vertical wouldn't necessarily be better for everything, but it's better for local communication.
But yeah, I figure everybody's got verticals that are talking on the radio now, pretty much. So might as well join join the crowd.
Oh yeah, but you're being heard. I mean, it's not like you're, you know, it's a your signal's decent and you're readable, and what more could you ask for?
About $1 million.
Now, listen, I can only work up about $500,000. All right, that was Kevin over in Lebanon. Kilo Golf 4, Mike India Zulu. Who else is east?
KD4, SSN.
All right, you sound good. Which 10 meter are you using there, Tom?
The ICOM 7300.
Okay, and the antenna?
It's a horizontal.
Oh, okay, you are using a horizontal. Okay, how are you copying Kevin just a minute ago?
Well, you was pretty good. I'm having a little bit off frequency. I need to calibrate the radio.
All right, no, you're readable, no problem. Not perfect, but it's perfectly readable.
Are you horizontal?
No, I'm vertical on this one.
Oh, okay. I'm going to install a vertical antenna a little later on.
All right, sounds good. Let us know if you need help or something. That was Tom and Martha, Kilo Bravo 4 Sierra Foxtrot November. Who else is east? Up to the north.
Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Kilo.
How are you copying on you're on your end fed?
Roger. Yeah, I heard Kevin slightly stronger than Tom, believe it or not. But I guess Kevin's more of a straight shot for me.
Yeah, no, they both sounded about the same to me, but it was both readable signal.
Yeah, just the audio is less on Tom for some reason. I don't know.
Well, I get it. I don't get it always, but he's on a horizontal, so it's a little rougher, on what you got going locally. That's all. That's the way I see it anyway.
Yeah, I mean horizontal. There's a cross. Yeah, when you're this close, you get a deficit from being on the wrong, the opposite 90 degrees apart. Once you start getting far and it starts bouncing to the ionosphere, it don't matter much.
So I'm told. Anyway, that's Frank, Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Kilo. Who else is north?
WB0 Ella.
And you're doing a vertical as well, or are you horizontal there, Mark?
I'm horizontal.
Sound good. And you're copying everybody. Well, you're probably copying Mark way more than you want to.
Everybody sounds fine so far.
Okay, very good. How big is your horizontal?
It's about 130 feet.
Oh, wow. That's pretty good. So are you using that for all bands?
Roger.
Well, which ones do you stay for? I don't think you can do 160 very well with that, can you?
No, it doesn't tune on 160. It does most everything else pretty well.
Yeah, sounds good.
A vertical on 10, but it doesn't seem to hear as good as the wire.
Well, I wouldn't be able to explain that from your location, but the wire certainly has a lot more stuff out there hanging in the air.
Yep, it does. A lot more to capture.
Yeah, I got a kick. I was messing around with my, it's about a 250, around 230 or 40 foot end fed, and I was tuning in at, gosh, I forget where I was. I was down at 1.5 something. I forget where it was. And I was perfectly hearing an AM station during the day up in Michigan, upper Michigan.
Yep. Well, we used to listen to WLS in Chicago all the time. I think it was WLS, wasn't it?
Yes. Yes, I believe it was. Yes. And I used to listen to, that was at night though. I'd listen to WOWO in Fort Wayne.
Yep. All righty. Well, carry on.
Very good. That was Mark, Whiskey Bravo 0, November Oscar. Who else is north? Anybody north, please come now.
Tango Sierra.
Okay, very good. Sorry, I doubled with you a little bit there. You sound good, Paul. Are you copying everybody?
Yeah. Hear everybody. If I swap over to the horizontal, people that are horizontal are stronger, and on the vertical, people are vertical stronger. So yeah, the close proximity thing certainly make a difference.
Yeah. So you're vertical, right?
Yeah. This is vertical 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then let me switch.
Oh yeah, your horizontal stinks.
strong on the horizontal. Blew me up.
To me, nothing.
Yeah, Frank's the same way. If I switch to the horizontal, Frank's he's pegging my meter over here.
Well, he's get his end fed. You're horizontal on that end fed, right, Frank?
Yes, I am. And you know, the odd thing is, it works great on 160. I did it in the contest. I was getting Canada and everything.
Wow. And how long is that end fed?
134 feet.
Oh, that's awesome. That's really only like a quarter wave.
Yeah, but you know what it is? I got to run a coax that's going vertical, a good 40 foot. So I think it's acting like an L with the coax when I use the tuner.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I guess I've heard that. It works out that way sometimes.
But yeah, Paul, here on the north side blew me up when he switched to horizontal. Wow. That right there was proof to me that it does matter. They beat on our today.
Well, Paul, you sound like a DX station when you went over to the horizontal to me.
We'll have to find something in the middle.
Yeah, no, that really was it was like you dropped down to, I'm not even sure it was moving the needle.
It's nuts.
I know it's crazy because it's not like you're far away. It's just obviously horizontal doesn't work to my vertical at the distance we're at.
Yeah, like Frank was saying, I've noticed when people are far away, it doesn't seem to matter that much. Maybe the first skip or something, but definitely if it's somebody close by. I've noticed the same thing on 6 meters as well.
Yeah, it's just, again, it's hard to if you did nothing but local communications, you could probably figure it out based upon terrain. But when you're talking about somebody that's 150 miles away, how are you going to know?
Yeah, and that's why in the audio business, we use a lot of circular polarized antennas because you never know which way someone's going to hold a microphone.
I got you. Sure. Well, you guys are. You use now something came up in the audio business. I got to ask somebody who's in the audio business. I presume those mics, those little tiny professional mics, how much can they cost to be that good a quality?
The new, like a new Shure, the Axion Digital they call them. It actually uses a digital carrier now, but they're for mic and capsule. You can get up close to $2,000.
And how small are those actually?
The microphone or the antenna in it?
Well, the antenna's in the base, correct?
Yeah, it's a little nub you see sticking out the end, and then the Shure ones, that's also a little circular polarized helix in there.
Wow. So but the element itself is, how big is that?
The mic element?
Yeah.
It depends because you can change them. You can put your classic SM58 capsule on there. You can put a cardioid, condenser capsule on there. But it's like the last 2 inches of the microphone. You can basically, what you see is the windscreen. That's the capsule that can screw off of the transmitter.
Oh, right. I just curious. I know that I had a friend, or still have a friend. He's been in the audio business for a long time, and he was telling me about how some mics will stretch out to not just a couple of grand, but triple a couple of grand.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you want to get into your fancy large diaphragm microphones, I mean, yeah, you get into a couple thousand, several $1,000s real quick, especially when you get into like ribbon mics and things.
Oh yeah, I don't hang out the net too long, but my wife we had a very nice microphone. I forget the brand name on the top of my head, but very nice. I got it used for like I forget how much, $1,500, and we've got a 4-channel portable studio thing there. And so she was monitoring what she was doing with the headset on, and she says to me, and she comes to me, she says, "Man, this microphone, I don't know what's going on. I'm hearing this noise in the background. I don't even know what it is." So I said, "Let me listen to it." So I listened to it, and then I realized what it was. It was something we overlooked with our own ears. It was the condenser fan on the refrigerator she could hear from 20 feet away on the mic.
Yeah, sure. And depending on the mic, a lot with ribbons and a lot of your large diaphragm the condenser mics, a lot of those are a figure 8 pattern unless you purposely slide as cardioid or switch it into cardioid mode. So a lot of people don't realize, but it's hearing just as much out of the opposite direction as it is you.
Oh yeah, I'll bet. Yeah, you're right. I hadn't thought about that. But anyway, it's just having a nice microphone. It's just like the microphone I have now. It's not an expensive mic, but they're still selling them for $250. And for ham radio, that's a lot of money for just a microphone that doesn't do anything else.
Oh yeah, Yeah, but I mean, the most popular mic is still the old SM58 $100 microphone. Still the best one out there for vocals.
Yeah, that's funny. I know that it's funny. Just I give you a quick one. They replaced this microphone that I'm using, the PR 77. I think that's what it is. And they got a PR 77. I forget. Mine was a D, maybe. I forget. Whichever one they replaced it with. And then they were unloading these as extra stock, as excess stock. And they brought in a new one. The new microphones actually have a slightly less broad frequency range for voice. And I mean, it was just not even enough to make a difference in the specs. It was like 2% or 3% different. I thought, what's the deal? They just ran it. They couldn't get the elements anymore.
Yeah, who knows? Component tolerances or batches of components or the coils. It's hard to say. I mean, I don't know. But it's amazing. There'd be a lot of differences. You can grab, any two microphones, especially of different ages, and if you listen carefully, you can hear the differences.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I wouldn't know that. That's great. Well, anyway, let me run on. Paul, that was Paul, Kilo, Charlie 9, Echo, Tango, Sierra. Anybody else out there, north or west?
Yeah, WB4YLV 9 Cameron.
Yeah, I can hear you fine. WB4YLV. Good to have you in there, Clyde. Sound good. There was another couple of stations in there, Clyde. Let me run on. There was Clyde. He is here in Mount Juliet. Whiskey, Bravo, 4, Yankee, Lima, Victor. Who else was there, north or west?
Whiskey Victor 9.
All right, I got Whiskey Victor 9. Let's see, Whiskey Victor. I had that. I couldn't hear you well when you said that, but it's Whiskey Victor 9 Yankee, correct?
Correct. Affirmative.
Yeah, very good. It's funny when I advise everyone to do a net once in a while and show how confusing it is. That was Jim. Very good, Jim. You sound good. Not a great signal, but it's good. Very good audio, though. Who else is north or west? All right, I hear Greg in Antioch. Sounds good. That's Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo. Who was the other party?
AK4TS.
AK4 Golf Sierra. Good to have you in there again. How am I sounding to you?
Sound pretty good.
All right, sounds good. Alpha Kilo 4 Golf Sierra. That's Robin in Hendersonville. Who else is north? Let's just stay with north for the moment. All right, then over to the west.
KM4YRF, Mike in Belshire.
Yeah, I'm seeing how long you'd wait. How you doing, Michael?
That's doing good, Paul.
I don't know. I can't help myself, man. I hate nets that are just check in and check out. I don't know why. Anybody else west?
Carry on.
All right, sounds good, Michael. It was Michael in Belshire. Kilo Mike 4 Yankee Romeo Foxtrot. Anybody else west?
KC4 LZ, Jack and Donald.
Oh man, you missed the 2-meter side. What's wrong with you, Jack?
I got in here late.
I don't want to. We don't even take excuses here. You know better than that.
I'll try to come up with something.
No, what you do is you say I was sitting here listening and I didn't feel like checking in. Tough.
Yeah, that was it.
It doesn't matter. It's all good. No, really, it is. I make fun of that, but it's true. I mean, I hate to think that people feel obligated to check in.
No.
No, you know what I'm saying. Anyway, that's Jack, and he's in Donaldson, Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victor. I expect to see Chris in there, but I don't hear him.
You might remark behind me.
He is. I don't hear him though. Anybody else west? Anybody else west? Please come down. Yeah, nothing on down to the south. Anybody south?
Delegate 0, TZR, Mark, Nashville.
Yeah, very good signal there, Mark.
Well, thank you. Have a good weekend.
Yeah, very good. But your weekend starts tonight, does it?
For me, it does. I'm retired.
Oh, I am too. I'm just, I ever tell you that story? I was looking. My mother used to do secretarial work, and she had a book she brought home periodically for looking something up, and it was called City Directory. I'm sure you know what that is. You know what a city directory is?
Oh,
RL Folk Company.
Yeah, and they list everybody in the entire city, conceivably, and everything is in abbreviations in that book. And it'll say the name, the address. It usually has initials, and then it'll give the address, the street address, and then it even gives occupation. And I saw that it had the abbreviation. Now, again, I'm probably 12 years old, and it said RTD. And they had other things it might say, abbreviations for welder, office work, whatever. And RTD, and I saw it was RTD, and then again another block it said RTD. I thought, how many retarded people can live on my street?
Oh, baby. Yeah, I thought the same thing the first time I saw it.
Yeah, it's funny. Anyway, that's Mark, Whiskey Zero Golf Zulu Romeo, not retarded but retired. Anybody else for late check-ins on the net? Please come now. Anybody, anywhere, any place on 10 meters? Anyway, please come now. Well, very good. We had a great night on 10 meters in spite of me flapping my jaws. And that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 people. That's kind of an average net, I think. Somewhere between 10 and 2,000. Anyway, appreciate everybody being there. Have a great night. I'll be listening because I'm going to be making dinner. I got to eat something. Anyways, K4PEW signing off.
Dead, sorry, B4YO.
Yeah, have a good one, Clyde.